Now let's say that you chose to do the parent function, the cosine graph for this. So you would want to identify that you chose y equals the cosine of x. So now to come up with a translation rule, what you want to do is actually mimic the cosine function. So remember, the parent function for cosine goes from 0 to 2 pi and makes a C shape, so it looks like that. Now go ahead and find where that same image is replicated on the new graph. And I'm going to start from here to here, and I see that. Next thing you're going to do is take one of the key points, and I'm going to take the starting point here and see how it changed. So as you look at that, you can clearly tell that this original starting point at 0, 1 is now at 0, negative 2. So this point went down 1, 2, 3. So we know that for the ordered pair rule, as we start to write that, it went down 3, so I'm going to do y minus 3 for that. In terms of the y, or the x is what happened to it, if you take a look at it, there has been no x movement, so the ordered pair rule is just x. Based on that, we can do our vocabulary. We can tell that the phase shift for this, there was no phase shift, so it is none. The vertical shift for this is going to be down 3. Now, to write the equation, all I'm going to do is take the parent function, which was the cosine graph, and we know there is no x activity, but for the y, we're going to do the same for that. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's grouped like this, and I do y, the minus 3 on that side. I'm going to be cautious, though, and just be careful that I don't make it look like the minus 3 is grouped with the x, and that would be if you chose cosine. Let's look and see if we chose sine. Now, if your parent function was a sine graph, what I would now first do is do one sketch of the sine, which is an S shape from 0 to 2 pi, and look and try to mimic that one. Now, there's a couple different places we can do this. My eyes first actually go to right here. So I'm going to go to the top hump and then the bottom hump there. Next thing I'm going to do is identify that key starting point, which is right here, and look and see how it actually slid to this location. I'm going to notice that it went backwards pi over 2. So as I work on my ordered pair rule, it went backwards, or it went left pi over 2. So I'm going to say the x's went left pi over 2. And then as I continue to notice here, it went down 1, 2, 3. So it went down 3. So we're going to have y minus 3. Now in terms of our vocabulary here on the phase shift, what I would say for this is that it went left pi over 2 on the phase shift. The vertical shift is it went down 3. Now to write that equation for sine, I'm going to get my parent function out here. And remember, everything on this page flows together except when we do the x activity in the equation. So the x's as the ordered pairs really are going left pi over 2, so that is the ordered pair rule. To put that into the equation, though, I have to go to the x and go backwards, or do plus pi over 2. Very important that I have parentheses there. And then y is the same that we see. So if you chose the parent function as sine, this is the equation that you get. Now do keep in mind, though, on either sine or cosine, you could have started at different points on the graph. If on this one in particular, maybe instead I would have started and saw that my starting point could be here, and I could mimic that. That absolutely would be right. Our vertical shift would still be the down 3 here. The only adjustment is your phase shift would have changed. If we had chosen this as our starting point, what you would want to do is take this starting point here from there to there, and just notice that it is going to the right 3 pi over 2. Right 3 pi over 2 would change this to minus 3 pi over 2. Those are all acceptable answers for this problem.